This is an example, in my opinion, of what the Noahide educators and those people who are associated with the Noahides or righteous Gentiles or converts, the kind of work they should be doing instead of like trying to either teach like kindergarten level ethics or like whatever they're doing. Honestly, I sometimes struggle to figure out what they actually do, other than like take selfies and pose with people and sit in front of bookshelves, and get lots of credit for doing very little work. You would think that, Noahides and righteous Gentiles in the actual text would be something they would know about, but actually, it seems like there's very little knowledge, and I have to give some blame to the righteous Gentiles or Noahides themselves because there's like no demand for it from them. It's just very interesting. If you're getting paid to do these types of things, like what are you doing? I've pretty much outworked you. But anyway, here's one for the Noahide women, or about Noahide women, that's kind of cool and connected in many ways. You won't find this stuff anywhere else. So we'll start here. Genesis 46:20. To Joseph were born in the land of Egypt Manasseh and Ephraim, whom Asenat, the daughter of Potiphar, priest of On, bore to him. Asenat is going to be the focus here. But the first things first, we have to understand that Potiphar is Potiphar. And Potiphar, according to the Zohar and according to Gematria here, is connected to Heber the Canaanite. They both have the same value in Gematria 385. Here's Heber the Canaanite, who will come up again later, as you'll see, in the most miraculous way. So 385 for Heber the Canaanite, who is Jethro, or Jethro's son. And here is Potiphar, also 385. And the Zohar backs this up. So now to Asenat. She is the daughter of Potiphar, priest of On. So she is one of Jethro's daughters. Another one of Jethro's daughters that has somehow married into the Jewish people. Think about all those other examples. Where did Pinchas come from, for example? One of Jethro's daughters. Where did Moses' children come from? One of Jethro's daughters. Anyway, here's a little bit more on Asenat. You'll see here, it's talking about these women who are of extreme piety and righteousness, and using the word for like conversion here, or convert. But if you look at the names on the list, it's kind of interesting. We have Hagar, who is really Hagar. So she's a type of convert, like a Noahide or a convert, as we would think of them these days. But again, she's called a convert to Judaism, but it's like before Sinai, so that doesn't really count, even though she may have known all 613. Asnat, also before Sinai. Zifra, the daughter of Jethro. She's also before Sinai. Shifra and Pua, who are the maidservants, also before Sinai. The daughter of Pharaoh, Batia, pre-Sinai as well. She was the one who raised Moses. Rechav, Ruth, and we have here Yael, the wife of who? Heber the Canaanite, who is Jethro. Lots of Jethro links here. And we saw that Heber the Canaanite is Potiphar, and here we have Asnat on the same list. So there is a link as well in the sources, and you'll see it even goes further. So Jacob went into his house in the land of Canaan, and the serpent bit him. And who was the serpent? This was Shechem, the son of Hamor. Because the daughter of Jacob was abiding in his tents, she did not go into the street. What did Shechem the son of Hamor, do? He brought dancing girls who were also playing on pipes in the street. Dinah went forth to see those girls who were making merry, and he seized her and slept with her, and she conceived and bore Asenat. Okay. Still another interpretation. Joseph's wife was called the daughter of Potiphar, only because he had raised her. There was no biological connection with Potiphar. She was like adopted. We find something similar in 1 Chronicles 4:18, which has been covered on this channel many times. These were the children of Batia, who was on the list, the daughter of Pharaoh. And it goes on. But this is very interesting that they would use this verse, because if you look at it very closely, it says that it calls Batia, the daughter of Pharaoh, Ha Yehudia, except for there's a Vav missing. And it's not spelled like this anywhere else in the entire text. When you really look at it, it seems to be hinting that she was a convert, or really, if it's before Sinai, though, she would have been a convert to the 7 laws of Noah, to monotheism, just belief in God. So it's hinting here that she's a convert without actually saying it. I've never seen anybody really point out this missing Vav before. And what do you know? You also find Heber on this list as well. And it says here is Judahite wife who bore Yared, and it goes on with all these names, and they say that all these names are actually Moses, even though she didn't. She just raised him and adopted him. Though it says also that anybody who adopts a child, it's as though they are their biological parent. So interesting. Heber shows up here in a reference to our verse. According to the Midrash, Yaakov, after her birth, had expelled her and placed a charm around her neck and hid her among some cactuses and similar prickly plants, so that when she was named according to the location, so that when found, she was named according to the location where she had been found. The angel Gabriel brought her to Egypt, presented her to the wife of Potiphar, where she was raised. When Joseph was paraded after his ascension to power, and all the young women of Egypt crowded around him to admire his being so handsome and throwing flowers at him, Asenat, who had no flowers, threw her charm at him. When Joseph took a look at the inscription on the charm, he realized that she was the daughter of his half-sister Dinah, and decided to marry her. So if you're a Noahide woman watching this, here's a nice list of some role models for you. Hagar, Asnat, Zifra, Shifra, Pua, the daughter of Pharaoh, and so on.